This is a scapular retraction. So Jessica is just holding a weight, and she's using her shoulder blade and the muscles around the shoulder blade to pull the weight up. Notice how she's not bending her elbow at all, not using her bicep at all. It's just kind of hanging there, and she's doing the majority of the work with the muscles around her scapula. This exercise is called a front raise. So Jess is in a prone position. She's holding a weight. Again, she's trying to keep her wrist in a fixed position. And she's just lifting the weight, trying to lift it from the floor to being parallel with the floor. The next exercise is a shoulder extension. So Jess lets the weight dangle, tries to keep her elbow straight, her wrist in a fixed position, and she uses the muscles of her rear shoulder to lift the weight from the floor to being parallel. So the only supine exercise we'll do is what's called a serratus punch. So Jess keeps her arms straight and just uses her shoulder blade. You can see right there. She's not really bending at the elbow at all. Similar to the serratus punch, Jess is going to use two hands now. Okay, and she's going to extend her arms over her head and back up to a neutral position. Good. Notice how she's not arching her back at all, not bending her elbows either. So each repetition just comes up to perpendicular and no further. So we want to check to make sure a TheraBand is secured around the doorknob. And Jess is going to do what's called the internal rotation of the shoulder joint. So her elbow is going to stay as close to her ribs as possible. And she's going to bring her fist with the TheraBand close to her stomach. She's also going to try to keep her wrist in a fixed position. Right from internal shoulder rotation, we'll switch to external. So Jess stays in the same spot, just switches hands, and is just going the other way. So now her hand starts near her abdomen, and with the back of her shoulder muscle, she is rotating away from her body, trying to keep her wrist in a strong fixed position as well. And again, you can see her elbow is just sucked right against her ribs. Our next exercises require a door of some type, so you're going to hook your TheraBand on the door hinge. And then we're going to do a row. So you want to make sure, as Jess just did, to pull a little bit so it doesn't come and slap you in the face. You're going to want to line up so it's kind of at your chest height. And then Jess is going to do a row here. You're going to want to make sure your shoulders are parallel to the floor. And at the end range, you're going to want to really pinch your shoulder blades and squeeze your scapulas together. Okay. You want a nice 90-degree angle at your elbows. Good, just like that. So this is the row from a neutral position. We're going to do an elevated row and a declined row as well. So when you have your TheraBand hooked up higher on the door, again, you want to check to make sure it's not going to snap you in the face. Good. And then now you're at an inclined back row. Good. So just the same as the horizontal row. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, the elbows at a 90 degree. It's almost kind of like a cable face pull. Our last exercise in a rowing position is from a decline row. So the knot is tied in the door lower than Jess's center. And she's pulling, again, elbows at a 90-degree angle, pinching the scapulas and the shoulder blades behind her, and keeping her wrists in a good position.